Has your child ever surprised you with their selflessness? When my husband lost his job, it was difficult to sustain our family, especially with our 8-year-old daughter Riley. She was a sweet kid, but I explicitly remember the one day she taught me a lesson I would never forget. You see, I brought her to the grocery store with me, and as I was shopping, she was writing down the prices of everything and trying to calculate how much everything would cost. She kept walking down the aisle and checking her pocket for something and then coming back to me. It was almost like she was hiding something. I smiled at her and told her not to worry about prices because that was mommy's responsibility. I told her to choose a small snack, and I'd buy it for her. But she just smiled all shy and said she didn't want anything other than to go to the park after. Once my total was rung up at the register, my daughter tapped me as she whispered, "Look, mommy, you didn't go over budget." I smiled at her, and that's when we overheard an older man at the next register. "Please let me have this one sandwich, miss. My next check doesn't come in until next week. It's been so hard to stay on top of bills now that my wife passed," he pleaded. That's when Riley sprung into action. She looked at me, and as she pulled a few bills from her pocket and said, "Mom, I brought my piggy bank change for you, but since you don't need it, can I buy him food?" I was startled. "Go ahead, honey." As she placed her money on the register next to the man, he looked at her in surprise. "Well, aren't you a sweetheart?" he said. "Thank you so much, young lady. You just saved an old man's belly." He laughed, and she giggled with him. I felt warm with gratitude knowing my daughter had such a warm heart. That night, I refilled her piggy bank with my spare grocery change.